book. So, and we saw this everywhere. We love tie-dye. I love tie-dye. So, hey guys, my name is Ray. Welcome to my channel. Today, for my first YouTube video of the year, I'm going to be talking about the spring summer trends for 2021. I have all my trends written down in my little notebook. So if you guys see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes, trying to keep track of what I'm trying to say or what I want to say. So the first trend I see for this year is going to be sheer / gauze net / looser knits. So really we're going to see that sheer transparent fabric. It's going to be open and airy. This is going to be very versatile. You can see this being used over other clothing, like whether it's like a turtleneck or like in a tunic form. But it's going to be sheer so you can see what's underneath as well. So you could really strategically plan out your outfits with this type of trend, and we saw this everywhere. We saw this on floor with some pieces. I'll try to put up some pictures on the side. We saw this at Valentino. We saw this at Jean Baptiste, and we saw this at Acne Studios. Oh, by the way, if I mispronounce any designer names, I am not the best at pronunciation, so bear with me. I'll learn. But overall, we saw some great pieces that really had that transparent nature to them on the fashion runway shows, and this is a trend that I really see that's gonna be commercially viable. You'll definitely see this in the stores. I mean, if you don't already see it already, but we're just gonna see this come out in a bigger way. So we're going to talk about the loose netting / fabric that you're going to be using in the same way as you will wear those sheer or transparent gauzy fabrics, where it's going to be used as overlays. It's going to be, but also you're going to see these as these wovens that are really like loose and breathy and airy. You really saw this trend at Bottega Veneta. We saw that Fendi. We saw it at Lanvin. We saw it at Hermes. We saw it at Jill Sander in Ports 1961. All done in different ways, different colorways, different materials. It's a really exciting trend for sure. The second big trend I see for this spring summer 2021 is bold petals. I call it bold petals because it's floral. I mean, we see floral every year. Floral definitely comes back every year, just done in different ways. And this year I think it's going to be very impactful. By impactful, I mean it's going to be bolder and brighter. We're going to see large print motifs. They're going to definitely be colorful. We saw these big on Carolina Herrera's show at Marni. We also saw it at Erdem and Rodarte for sure. These are brands that you definitely see florals every year from, but you're going to see them in that updated and fashionable way. Next trend, and a personal favorite of mine, is power pants. So I call this power pants because these are like not your typical tailored pants. They're tailored, but they're not fitted to the body. They're more loose, they're a little more breathy, they're a little bit more of ease to them. Kind of like your sweatpants, but dressed up. So definitely like an 80s revival moment. Like I said before, that still somewhat tailored look going on. We saw this big at the Row. The Row is always a great brand to look towards for that kind of casual, simplistic style. Stella McCartney, Chloe, Tom Ford, and Chanel. Chanel was really big this year with that as well. So, next trend I see that's going to be big for this year is cutouts. Cutouts, we saw this in various runways. This is going to be very huge. If there's one trend that I have to poke out of all of the trends I'm going to be talking about today, it's going to be cutouts. You're going to see this come in a big way. Really popular with Prada. Prada's runway show had a lot of cutouts, and they were just beautiful. They were really positioned in different ways, and they were on knits, which was really fun as well. And then it's just a really fun little way to show skin without being full out with a cleavage or anything like that. Because I know personally for me, I'm not much of a cleavage person. I got a big chest. I got a lot up here working for me. So I mean, deep V's and deep necks definitely spill out for me. Which, I mean, cutouts is just me getting a little bit of that, but not going full board. So other than Prada, we saw this at Miu Miu. We saw this at Salvatore Ferragamo, Wakanda, Valentino. So this definitely is going to see this in a big way. This is also going to be a very commercial trend that I see that's going to be viable. You're going to see this definitely in your more fast fashion brands like your H&M or your Zara and things like that. Definitely keep a lookout for that one. Okay, next is corsets. So corsets or cinched belted waist. And so I'm combining these two because they're kind of pretty much the same in my mind. So corsets, so it's pretty much that body sculpting trend, definitely showing off your body in a different way without it always being just tight clothing in itself. It's just you using that corset apparatus to cinch in that waist and show off your curves. As well as the cinch belted waist, which belted waists are definitely the perfect way for you to get on this trend without going full corset, and something that's just a little bit more, I would say, a little bit more versatile. So the last trend I will be talking about is tie-dye. Tie-dye, I love tie-dye. I've loved tie-dye since I was a little one, and since it's come back into fashion, means I can buy it from more places and I don't have to do the DIY. But if you want to do the DIY, I mean, that's definitely cost effective for you. You can definitely do it on your own at home and just be totally in trend. So this really started last season. This is just like how the corsets and the belted waist, we saw this last season, but it's going to be continuing into this season as well. But we're going to see this more in a blown out way, and it's going to be on everything, every single thing. You're going to get sick of tie-dye by the end of this year, or by the end of spring, summer, for sure. We saw this on countless shows, but we saw this definitely at Dior. Dior had lots of tie-dye on their bags, on outerwear, on dresses. This had Dries Van Noten. That is big there for them as well. We saw this at Y Project, and then lastly Gabriella Hearst. So those brands definitely had a lot of tie-dye at their show, and it just really shows that tie-dye is going to be a big trend for this spring summer season. Well guys, that's all my trends that I see that are going to be big commercially for this spring summer season 2021. This is for my first video of ever on this channel. I know it might be a little quick, and I might have talked a little bit too fast. I might not explain as much, but please bear with me. I'm learning. I'm gonna have my Instagram link down below. It's Hey It's Ray, the same thing as my title of this channel. Please follow me. And then just please look out for new content and new videos and new photos and anything that I'm working on coming up soon. I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks!